Wow, your art is so good. That video was amazing. You did a freaking great job. I can't stop watching your videos. They're so damn good. Have you ever thought about selling this stuff? I would buy it immediately. You are really good at what you do. Man, you're amazing. You're incredible. This was a waste of time to watch. Feedback. That's what we're going to talk about here today. So after being on YouTube for almost a freaking decade, you get tens of thousands of comments. And yes, the trolls will come along. When you post something on the internet, it's quite obvious you're going to get judged. When you post something anywhere, you're going to get judged. Videos, photos, a book, anything. There's always going to be those little guys that want to come in and try to ruin your day. And it can be hard to cope with. And I've noticed this myself too, doing this for almost 10 years. You remember the negative things typically a lot more frequently than you remember the good stuff. I'll receive 100 good comments just praising the work I do and the work I do at the Computer Clan and with my team. But then every so often, one guy will come by and say something kind of shitty. And that's what I end up remembering. I don't really remember the good stuff. I remember that one negative comment. And it sucks. Now, everyone is going to cope with that stuff differently, and that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the flip side. I'm here to talk about how you can leave feedback. I'll tell you what, one single good compliment will make an artist's day. It really will. Even if they're not an artist, maybe they're doing something else. Maybe they're into a different type of art like literature, or maybe they're doing, science research and they're posting it online. Just anything nice. One person saying something nice will really make their day. If you saw something cool of theirs and you thought it was great, verbalize it. Leave a comment. Don't just keep it to yourself. It'll really encourage them to keep going. Trust me on that. But what if you see something you don't really like? You don't have to be a dick about it. In fact, help them out. When you criticize the work, be constructive. Maybe start with something a little bit positive. Maybe start with something a little bit encouraging and say, hey, you almost got it. Yeah, this is kind of close. Or I kind of like this, but I didn't like this. Start with something kind of good and a little more positive, and then move to something more constructive. Offer suggestions. Maybe cite some resources where they can get help. Maybe give them your own help if you're a professional in the same field they are in. Don't be a jerk about it. Be calm and be patient. Be a good teacher. Be constructive. That's why we call it constructive criticism, right? And trust me, that will go a long way. It won't only make you look like less of a troll, but that artist, that researcher, whatever they are, they'll get better at what they do because they'll learn from their mistakes that you help point out politely, and they'll be better themselves. So be polite, find some positivity, but you can still be constructive. Just don't be a dick about it. So if you have anything you want to say about this video, which, yeah, leave a comment. It's kind of what we're talking about. Comments, feedback. Let me know. And if you liked what we talked about here today, feel free to leave a thumbs up and let us know how we did. And if you have a future topic you think we should talk about on Ken's mind, feel free to suggest it. I read every single suggestion we get in the comments. So, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the not too distant future.